All right. So give the others some time. Well, we just a run through, and I really do. It's just a reminder. So everybody request some topics. So I'm just gonna do digestive systems and enzymes together, and I'm gonna run through the nervous system and the brain quickly because that's very quick. So just keep the chat interactive. Share, subscribe same time, and I may have a deal for now. If you can subscribe, get others to subscribe, and we can reach at least 300 subscribers. 250 subscribers, I'll give away some free paper. Everybody want free paper with answers. Right? You want the free paper with answer? You share up the live, subscribe, get others to subscribe, and let's get up to 300. All right. Kind of cash you talk about? Roach, if I ever you, what kind of cash you talk about? No cash not there. Shall be a free in this. All right. So that's it. Like everybody gone. I really want to start and well, all right, we can start and then we'll miss just watch back the live. All right, so basically, we look on the digestive system. All right, may I give people at least 5 more minutes because I don't really want to start and then I might miss out. So yeah, man, it could fool nice, man. Me not tell no lie. So will we be getting anything than graph to draw? You mean today? No, because I mean if I like Zoom now, with a little graph and I send it to my WhatsApp. All right, you probably do a little one graph. No, I'm not teaching climate change. Climate change is easy, bad man. That one beat you. So but yeah, man, graph. You can get graph to draw. Yeah, man. More than likely, you will get graph to draw, and you can get an animal cell to draw. You can draw things. You can draw a whole heap of things. All the diagram them you can draw. Red blood cell, white blood cell. It's good to can draw a diagram, especially simple ones. Oh man, climate change and like global warming, man. So that easy, man. Tell me what you know about climate change. Can go and type it in. Reproduction in plants, Yannick, is in the video. We just posted a new crash course video. It's in the video. Or the stigma. Um, the pollen goes on the stigma, the pollen grain then form a tube and goes down. So it's on the and inheritance and variation is also we have a video covering all those things, Yannick. So when you're done, You subscribe, Yannick Beauty. You subscribe. So on the channel and you see all them things that will solve your problem. We're solving problems here, you know. We're solving your problems, Yannick. So let's watch it. Them some of them long, Yannick, but it nice same way. Yannick cannot subscribe, man. Okay, if you subscribe, let's see it, no? We post about 4 videos today. So all the people who last minute and can read and learn quick and fast. The subscribe is for you guys, really, you know. Because when you subscribe and nothing boss, you know, say pop up on your screen, the more people subscribe, and more quick you see it, you know. Irritability. Reproduction in plants is in the crash video. It's in the crash video and diagram. So what I did was that I spoke about all the necessary diagrams that you will need. All right. So you need all the necessary diagrams. Right? And all the necessary diagrams that you're likely to draw are labeled. So in that diagram is a diagram of reproduction in plants. And yeah. So there's a simple video there about reproduction in plants. You can check it out. All right. So it's not gonna say reproduction in plants, the video, but it's gonna cover everything. It's covering everything from the cell to the heart. It's covering everything from the cell to the heart, right down to the how heart is pumped, how blood is pumped around the body, pulmonary artery, pulmonary vein, all that beautiful stuff is in one place, less than an hour. All right. Any questions you guys after you read after you, listening video and you don't understand anything, you know, say you can just let me up on WhatsApp. All right. All right. So let's go. So basically, reproduction and enzyme is very important that you guys know to draw your diagram. Basically, right here we see where you have your mouth, here, teeth, simple stuff, salivary glands, trachea, of course. Very important, we know the salivary gland, which produces saliva, right? We know about the pharynx, which is another name for the throat, epiglottis, and the function of the epiglottis is to close the trachea during swallowing, right? Then we have the stomach, which produces gastric juice, and those just gastric juices will include what? Tell me some of the gastric juice. Yeah, man, hydrochloric acid is HCl. What else? What else? Pepsin. Excellent, Mel. Very good. And what does pepsin breaks down again, guys? Pepsin breaks down protein. It wouldn't be renin, though. Renin is in babies. So renin is really baby, right? So renin wouldn't be in the stomach of an adult. All right, so then now we have the liver, which is pretty obvious, the diaphragm, pretty obvious, pyloric sphincter, right? And the sphincter muscle is at a lot of locations in the body, and that is to really close off, relax, and contract to either open or close. Right? And then we have the pancreas, which has produces pancreatic juices. Give me some of the pancreatic juices. Yes, man. Video will be posted on the channel. The first one is already posted. Bile, yes, bile. Beck, excellent stuff. And what's the function of the bile, Aisha? Trypsin, beautiful. Emulsify fat, excellent stuff. Yes, nice words, beautiful. All right, so excellent, guys. The duodenum is made up of 3 sections. Somebody can tell me them? 3 sections of the duodenum. Let's go, guys. Faster and move faster. We'll go through the paper. Looking to finish by 4 o'clock Jamaica time, 5 o'clock Eastern Caribbean time, so you guys can get chance to finish up your preparation. So let's go, guys. Let's push the answers. So what? Give me the type. Give me the section that the small intestine is made up of. Ileum. Yes, that's one part. Somebody can give me them the order. Can somebody give me them in order? Duodenum, yes. So give me them in order. Somebody can give me in order, please. No. Pizza roll, where you get Villa from? We're not in that conversation yet. No. Duodenum, ileum. Alright. So them not really, I don't think they really teach you this in school, but alright, so duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Right? In order. Duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Right? Ileum. Those are the order which it goes in. So basically the small intestine is responsible for absorbing food and assimilating food. Somebody can tell me what's the difference between assimilation? What's the difference between assimilation and absorption? So jejunum is the middle section of the small intestine. The jejunum is the middle section of the small intestine. Right, addict? It's the middle section of the small intestine, and the main job is to absorb sugar, fatty acid, and simple version of protein, which is amino acid. So jejunum main function is to absorb sugar, fatty acid, and amino acid. Yes, you're really were taught 2 parts. The 2 parts are in your book, but just for extra knowledge, we throw the other part out there. So yes, assimilation is making use of digestive food, and absorption is just absorbing the nutrients. Excellent stuff. Yes, make sure you know the difference between that. So absorption, digestive food are taken in the cell. Assimilation and process by which digestive food are used for energy. Excellent. Excellent, guys. Excellent, excellent, excellent stuff. Then now, we move to the colon, and the colon main responsibility is to absorb water. Right? That's the colon's main responsibility. The colon's main responsibility is to absorb water. Right? The K come on the appendix has no real function, and then we have the anus, the colon, the rectum. Let's know how to do that, guys. All right, now, so that's basically that. You have to revise and see where you can better understand that, right? So let's talk about the fiber now, right? Fiber. What is fiber? Can somebody tell me what fiber is? What's the use of fiber? Anybody, somebody? Help to get rid of feces. How? Yes, dietary fiber. Yes, dietary fiber. Yes, that. Yes, it helps to get rid of feces, but how? Anybody can tell me how? I wonder who are Google. Somebody are Google, you know. I feel the Google energy. Somebody finger that's a tick 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 tick. Somebody Google. Somebody finger that's a fan tick 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 tick. Can't find the answer. Tick 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 tick. We still can't find the answer. Tick 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 tick. No, peristalsis is the wave-like movement of food when it's swallowed from the mouth. All right, so dietary fiber, get rid of stool or unwanted feces. How? So what happens is that each time the body produces stool or feces, right, and you would go to the bathroom and do the number two, right? Basically, it would all of this feces would not be removed from your body. So therefore, some of it will be stuck on the wall, right, of your colon, right? And so basically, what will happen now is that the dietary fiber would, when it because it cannot be digested, it would help to scrape off the or take off the stool or the feces off your stomach walls, off your colon walls. So basically, by doing that, if the stool or the feces stays there for a long period of time, it will become acidic and then it can cause various diseases and you can get sick, can cause potential cancer. Yeah. So that's how dietary fiber work. It actually cleans out your intestine by taking off the unwanted feces off your stomach walls. I can't remember if it's in the concise, right? But I know that was a question back then. Um, the lab questions are starting the lab questions start the paper. They either analyze or you are able to plot a graph and then answer the questions relating to the lab question. So yeah. So yes, if the body is low on fiber, we become constipated. Yes. You can become constipated, yes. No, we're doing past paper, we're just flying through the system. So basically enzymes now, we're talking about enzymes because a lot of you guys struggle on that. Um, but do you understand what I'm saying with the fiber, right? How the fiber work? It actually clean out your stomach walls and yeah. Guys, it's not that lab questions aren't hard. All you're doing is reading and analyzing. You're just writing what you see. That's it. Most of you guys overthink lab questions. If the graph say 10 and the question asks you at which point does this occur and the point on 10 are just 10. There's nothing much to lab questions. Lab question about enzymes, right? If you're doing you just know how enzymes work, and based on that you either write an hypothesis or you write why the result is why it is. So why did we get this result? It's nothing difficult, guys. So stop overthink. If you're going to the exam and overthink, no, they're gonna give you the scenario. And then they're gonna tell you that a bunch of students basically. All right, we're gonna do some lab questions. So let's leave the lab question for later. Let's finish up this. Um, so enzymes. So I'm just gonna do a quick run through on enzymes so you guys can understand what that is. So enzymes is basically a catalyst that speeds up a chemical reaction, right? Enzymes, if they are not in their correct environment, they will denature, right? So denature, guys, does not mean it stops. Denature means it's slowed down. That's a common misconception. People normally write that denature stop work. It doesn't stop work. The process has been slowed down, right? So enzyme work best at a particular pH and at a particular temperature. Normally for temperature, it's around 37 degrees, but based on experiments, you'll see where different types of enzyme work best, right? So there's no one set thing. So you just use a standard thing, but if you are given a scenario and 40 degrees, let's say, is the optimum temperature, you're gonna use 40 degrees as the optimum temperature, right? So optimum temperature basically means that this is where the enzyme works best, right? It all works best at optimum level. All right. So here now, we're gonna see a run through of where the enzyme work best in your body. So the first enzyme, so first of all, let's say you have dumpling, right? So dumpling basically, yes. So yes, sir, denature at high temperature until inactivity. Yes, right. So basically, Rashnath distinguished between the role of intercellular airspace and that of stomatal spore of the leaf. Yeah, so back to what I was saying. When I reach, let's say it. But if somebody wants to go ahead and help you, sure. All right, so we're at enzyme. So basically, right, you eat a piece of dumpling, and that dumpling, you eat dumpling and chicken. Rice and chicken. That's common. Say rice and chicken, right? The process of that going into your mouth is egestion, right? Because egestion is the process of taking in food, right? When that goes into your mouth, digestion begins by chewing. And for those who don't know, chewing, mastication, right? So mastication is another name for chewing food, right? So you chew the food, and then which enzyme is activated now in your mouth? Which enzyme will be activated in your mouth? Quick and fast. Amylase, right? And please specify as the salivary amylase, because amylase is more than one place in your body, right? So amylase is activated, right? And then the amylase would bind with the rice. Now, which side to the enzyme bind with the rice? What's the name of the site? What's the name of that site? Active site. Beautiful. So the active site is where it would bind, right? And the active site would bind it, the enzyme would bind with the rice at the active site. And we call the food in biology substrate. So when I hear the word substrate, right, you would know that substrate is referring to the food, right? So when you see the enzyme bind with the substrate, we're talking about food. Key point, guys, is that enzyme, right? Enzyme binds can slow down depending on how much substrate is in the mouth, right? If enough substrate is not in the mouth, then it will not bind to the active site. It will not readily bind to it. So there has to be enough substrate in the mouth for the enzyme to bind, right? So after that bind with the rice, it break it down and turn and convert starch into maltose. And then maltose, then the tongue turns into a bolus and you swallow it and it moves down through the esophagus in a wave-like manner called peristalsis. When it goes to your stomach, what will happen to the amylase when it goes to your stomach? What will happen to the amylase when it goes to your stomach? After you swallow it to the rice, it doesn't stop working. Tell you that already. Don't say stop working. That is no marks. That is no marks. It denature. It denature. Does not stop work. Stop work. No, it doesn't. It denatures. Why does it denatures? Because enzyme amylase, salivary amylase, works best in a neutral environment, and the mouth is neutral. That is why amylase works well in your mouth, because the mouth is neutral. So the mouth has the correct pH that enzymes thrive in. Enzyme work best in enzyme amylase work best in a neutral environment. So when it goes to the stomach acid is too strong, so therefore it will be denatured. However, when when it goes into your stomach, pepsin start to be active because pepsin works well in a acidic pH. So therefore, pepsin will now bind with the chicken to break down the protein into polypeptide, right? So therefore, we learned so far that enzyme amylase work best in neutral environment, which is around 7 on the pH scale, and pepsin works best at around 2 on the pH scale. Then now that coupled with the hydrochloric acid further breaks down food. Then that is passed into the small intestine, where what becomes the nature now in the small intestine? Which hormone will become denatured? The pepsin, correct. Pepsin will become denatured, right? So therefore now, the pancreatic juices now, what condition do pancreatic juices work best in? In a yes, in almost a neutral environment, right? Neutral environment. Because pepsin is also not sorry, not pepsin. The pancreatic amylase now start to be secreted, right? And amylase work best in what? pH. So amylase work best in a lower pH. So the pH in the pancreas is a little bit more alkaline than the one in your mouth. So the pH in your in the small intestine would be around 8, between 8.4 or so. No, the pancreas wouldn't be 7. It will be more alkaline. It will be like 8.4 or somewhere in that region there. Right? So the environment for the pancreatic juice would be alkali. It will be slightly alkali. So it will be around 8.4. So that means give me the pancreatic enzymes now, quick and fast. We have trypsin. We see trypsin. We have saliva, we have pancreatic amylase. Give me two apart from that. We have lipase. Yes, lipase. Nice. And we have them. Yeah, we have them. No, pepsin can be in the small intestine. Pepsin is in the stomach, Daniel. Pepsin works in high pH, and the small intestine is alkali. All right, so the pepsin work best in your stomach. The pepsin and the hydrochloric acid in the same region. All right, so right there and then we'll learn about how enzyme breaks down food stage by stage. Then when it reaches the small intestine and it's broken down, then the pancreatic amylase breaks down the maltose into glucose. Right? Because it breaks, so it's a further breakdown process. So when I eat the rice, it breaks down in the mouth to maltose, and then when it goes into the small intestine, the pancreatic amylase then further breaks it down into glucose. Same for protein. Protein is broken down in the stomach by pepsin to polypeptides, and then when it reaches the small intestine, it's further broken down into amino acids. What do you want me to repeat, Josh? Which part, Josh? Yeah, yeah, give or take, Josh. Give or take. But give or take. The technicalities, but you won't be penalized. If it's the right order, you won't be penalized. In this case, you won't be penalized, Josh. At this stage, it iffy. We get what you say. At this stage, everything not perfect when you learn. You start make more sense when you go up in a cape level, you realize say, okay, you get more specific. So the order, so it goes in your mouth. In your mouth, you have amylase, salivary amylase, and that works best in a pH of 7, so it's neutral. Then it goes to your stomach, and then so only starch is broken down in your mouth. Only starch, right? By enzymes. The only food breakdown in your mouth other than starch are by mastication. Enzyme activity, only starch is broken down in your mouth. Enzyme activity, only protein is then break down in your stomach by pepsin, because pepsin works best in a strong acid environment, right? And then it goes into your small intestine where it's further broken down by the pancreatic amylase, breaks down the sugar, breaks down the maltose into glucose. The lipase breaks down the fat into fatty acid and one glycerol. And what else in the pancreas? The bile also, they both the to the bile emulsify fat, but it's not an enzyme, just to say. I'm probably missed something. Trypsin breaks down protein into amino acids. So yeah. So after all that breakdown with the enzymes, assimilation and absorption take place, and that's basically that. And the waste product goes through your rectum and anus. So make sure you know your enzymes work, guys. Ensure you know how where your enzyme work best in, pepsin work best in acidic environment, ensure you know all of that. So I hope that was clear for everyone. Um, then we'll move to oh, all right. So when they put this on that, but that never moved properly. Okay. So I'm going to go to the nervous system next, and then I'm going to do the brain, and then we jump back into the past paper. So brain, nervous system, past paper. So any questions on enzyme before we move on? Any questions on enzyme before we move on? Remember, if you haven't subscribed as yet, please do so. If you're watching and you aren't subscribed, please do so. If you're watching and you haven't liked, please do so. What are all of what? All of the enzymes? What about reproduction? So enzymes, salivary amylase in the mouth, salivary amylase in the mouth, neutral condition, breaks down starch, pepsin in the stomach, breaks down protein, and then you have pancreatic juices, which includes salivary amylase, sorry, which includes pancreatic amylase. So you have two type of amylase, pancreatic and salivary. And then you have trypsin, which further breaks down protein. Lipase, which further breaks down fat. That's a basic rundown. I almost see 46 people. I see 49 people. I see 24 like. I'm not rate, you know. I'm not rate, you know. So half 5 people them there watch me. And then said, boy, then put like one like on the video. Yeah, no. I feel bad. All right, so we're going to run it. What about reproduction, Kashan? What about reproduction? What exactly about reproduction? When I get that together, just send me. All right, so the nervous system, pretty basic stuff. Nervous system made up of two systems. Basically, the CNS and the PNS. The PNS is the peripheral nervous system, and for those who do IT, we know peripheral devices are extended devices, right? So peripheral will be basically in this case the entire body, right? And okay, I'll see if I can run through it, right? So the peripheral nervous system consists of the cranial and the spinal nerves that connect the nervous system to all parts of the body, and the central nervous system, which is the main part, consists of the brain and the spinal cord. Now, that's very important. Right, neurons make up both the CNS and PNS, and they transmit messages called nerve impulses. So all the messages are considered to be nerve impulses. Right? All the neurons have a cell body, and with thin fibers of cytoplasm extending from it called nerve fibers. Right? So the message is called nerve impulses, and the extension is called nerve fibers. Nerve fibers carry impulses towards the cell body are called dendrites. right? So dendrites carry information towards the cell body, and then axon takes it away from the cell body. And there are three types of neurons. You have sensory, motor, and relay. And basically the drawing is pretty simple. You have the receptor here, and the receptor is what receives a stimuli. So for example, the skin feeling that the time is cold. That's a basic receptor example. Then we have the dendrite, which is a nerve fiber which carries information from the receptor to the cell body. Then we have the myelin sheath, which covers the dendrite and insulates it to protect it and also help to speed up the transmission of impulses. I was talking about this earlier, about the node of road of Ranver, right? Ranivere, what do you pronounce it? Just make sure you can spell it if you can't pronounce it like me. So yeah, it's in the creases right here in the junctions. And then now we have the axon, which then takes it from the cell body to the synaptic knobs. So that's basically the structure of a sensory neuron. All right. Um, Now we're looking at the motor neuron. So the motor neuron is the dendrites here, the finger-like projection here. So you know, see here the dendrite is along the line here in the sensory, but for the motor dendrites is outside of the cell body. Right? And then now the myelin sheath, same way, axon. So all of this will be in the axon because the dendrite for the motor neuron is on the cell body. Unlike this, where this dendrite is inside and the axon comes after the cell body. So the axon always come after the cell body. So where there's a cell body, what follows it is the axon. So all of this now the axon and it goes to the effector, which is the muscle, right? That respond to the receptor. Now we look how it work overall. We see that this is the sensory nerve we talk about. And just take a note that nerves never touch. Nerves do not touch. Nerves don't touch. If your nerve touch, a problem either. So it's close together, but it don't touch. So there are gaps in between the synapse called the synapse, right? And synapse basically is between the dendrite and the synaptic knobs. And what the information do, say you feel like you're cool, information run along the sensory neuron, jump cross the synapse, this is the gap there, jump cross and then go to the relay neuron. Relay neuron does not have a myelin sheath, it jump back to the dendrite, and the motor neuron collect it and it goes to the effector so that it will respond to the receptor. And that's basically it really. There's nothing much to it. The rest of it just saying what I've said already. Chemicals are released into the synapse by the synaptic knobs, which is how the information is crossed on, flows in one direction only. The only thing is reflex action is a rapid, automatic, involuntary response to a stimuli by a muscular gland. Example, automatic withdrawal of the hand when it touches a hot object. So the only thing with reflex action is that it doesn't go to the brain. It doesn't go to the brain. It relays back so that the hand can take it off the heat or off the stove or off the object. Because if it goes to the brain, your hand will burn or damage. So the nervous system tries to limit the damage when you do reflex action. So receptor detects the stimuli, sensory neuron, which carries the impulses to the central nervous system. And basically, these are some definition of what goes on. And that's basically very simple. So everybody get that? Is there questions on that? And pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward, guys. Yes, no, maybe so. Oh, I'm gonna see KK. KK gone. I know KK. All right. So brain, pretty much simple as well. Brain has three main regions: the cerebrum, the cerebellum, and the medulla. The cerebrum divides into regions which have different functions. So you have the frontal lobe, and the frontal lobe is pretty easy. Frontal lobe is at the front, so it's responsible for problem solving, decision making, planning, intelligence, emotions, right? Um, Motor area transmit impulses to skeletal muscle. So the motor area here in the purple, sensory area receives sensory impulses from receptor in the skin. So these are the areas which does in relates to the nerve. Region connected with sight is at the back. That's why if you receive a low blow in your head back or the back of your head, you basically can blind. Right? What did I say at the beginning? In terms of what? The brain? I don't remember. I don't remember what I don't remember what I said, to be honest. But if anything, you can watch back the video and you'll see. Sorry about that, Janine. All right. So the cerebellum now as a region where with memory and speech, hearing, language and hearing, medulla controls automatic activities, heartbeat, breathing, peristalsis, hypertension. One part is here is the hypothalamus. That's not mentioned. It's responsible for temperature control. And the rest is jog on your brain, slow it down. I don't think we need to go into that. The eye, um, pretty basic stuff. Know to um, label your eye, know the functions of the eye, right? The function of all of your systems. I do a run through of this in the video so you can watch, right? No image or form, and the video contains all of this. Reproduction. Then the video contains this as well. Ensure you know your germination. Ensure the seed. Basically, when it's planted, the seed gets its nutrients from the cotyledons and not photosynthesis, right? So all of that is covered in the video. Reproduction, um, human reproduction. There's not much to it. You know the diagrams. What is responsible for what? Yeah, the link done send long time. Make somebody forward it to you. Somebody can forward it in the chat. Alright, so the female reproductive system, we have the fallopian tube or the oviduct, right? And that's where the muscular was lined with cilia and transport over from the ovary to the uterus where fertilization occurs. So that's pretty basic stuff. Uterus lining, the womb, uterus wall, right? Uterus is pear shape, so make sure you draw it like a pear. So all of this is covered in the video. This is covered in the video as well. The only thing I'll probably go through is the menstrual cycle before I move on, because this is probably the most difficult one. So I'll go through the menstrual cycle and then we'll jump into some past paper. All right. I'll probably explain reproduction in a nutshell before me even gone. So reproduction basically there's nothing to it more than meiosis and mitosis. Um, More like meiosis. So reproduction, yeah, you make the gametes and then them fuse together. And when they're fused together, them fertilize and share. I mean, there's nothing to reproduction. I don't think there's nothing to reproduction that you guys don't know already. So the person who wanted me to go over reproduction, um yeah, are you in the group? If you're in the group, just WhatsApp me personally and we can talk better and also clarify that. All right. So if you want to move more deep into it, but I think you cover it already if you watch the videos and basically just go over the thing. So yeah. But if you still have problem, Prashant, and you still feel like you want talk about something, just yeah, are you in the group? Just link me in the group, all right? Contact me and we can talk on WhatsApp and we clear out anything we have to clear out. All right, to clear up anything, any doubts you may have. All right, so the menstruation now is what most people have problem with. So menstruation is the loss of uterus lining from the body, and this start to occur 14 days after ovulation. So basically, I'm gonna skip all them reading something there. I'm gonna go to the diagram, which makes it better. So menstruation is basically when the uterus lining is being depleting, it's dissipating, right? It a mash up basically. So what happens is that this is a cycle. So when menstruation is occurring, estrogen level rises, and this is the hormone that is responsible for building up back the uterus lining, right? So let's look at estrogen. Estrogen is produced by the Graafian follicle. Very important, guys. Right? Male during the second week of the cycle. Estrogen stimulates the uterus lining to thicken and its blood supply to increase after menstruation. So after the uterus lining has been torn apart, it is the estrogen job, the hormone that is responsible for building it back up. Right? So what really causes estrogen to be produced is the FSH. So FSH is secreted by the pituitary gland, and FSH is secreted by the pituitary gland, right, at the beginning of the cycle. FSH stimulates a Graafian follicle to develop in an ovary and the ovum to mature inside the follicle. So that's the first thing. So if we look back here, we see the ovum is here, and this ovum, and for those who don't know what ovum is, it's egg. When this ovum here, it goes inside the Graafian follicle, which is here, in order to mature, right? Then now, it stimulates then FSA stimulates the Graafian follicle to produce estrogen, right? So estrogen now stimulates uterus lining to thicken and its blood supply to increase after menstruation. Estrogen causes the pituitary gland to stop secreting FSH and to secrete luteinizing hormone. So what happens now is that when estrogen reach about 2 weeks, it stops because at 2 weeks, which is 14 days, the Graafian follicle bursts. And by the Graafian follicle bursting, there's no more Graafian follicle to produce FSH. So basically, there's no Graafian follicle to produce estrogen, my bad, to produce estrogen. So therefore, there will be estrogen would stop at day 14. I not stop, lessen. There's no stopping biology. There's lessen. Right? So then now we see where LH is produced. And you see LH, the green stuff, will get high because the egg now ready to be fertilized. So progesterone is now produced because LH start to produce progesterone. So let's look at LH. LH is secreted by the pituitary gland in the middle of the cycle. A sudden rise in LH causes ovulation to take place. Right? So ovulation allows this Graafian follicle to burst and release the egg that is inside. Then now, LH causes the corpus luteum to develop, right, at around day 21. Then now, the corpus luteum produce progesterone, which we see here in this diagram. And then the progesterone now would cause the uterus lining to be thicker than what the estrogen make it to be, because it needs to have enough blood so the baby, well, the potential baby can have enough food and oxygen that is coming from the blood. So if fertilization do not occur, the corpus luteum degenerates during the 4th, right, and reduces progesterone level, and you see it start drop. And then this decrease in progesterone now cause the uterus lining to break apart and then cause menstruation. And then the process happen again and again and again. Is there any questions? Are that clear? Clear upon menstruation, guys. You can mash that up. Aisha, clear? Everybody is clear? As a phone time now, you know. Your time now. Somebody can send Daniel the link, because me think me lost the link in a long time, you know. Somebody send Daniel the link for me, please. So Aisha, make sure you read it back over. It's also in the new video that I produced, so you can rewatch it. You can watch the video if you never watch it. All right? So, somebody send Daniel the link, if you can, please. Let me see if I can get the link for that. Let me see if I can find the link. All right, Daniel, me find the link. Don't make it messy again. In the chat, guys, say everybody will be there. So if you're not in the group, please go ahead and join via the link. All right. So let's switch up from this book thing called book boring. Book boring. You're supposed to master on a book long time. So you think they would bring definition of triphosphate? If you know it, fine, but I wouldn't say stress. But if you know it, fine. If you don't know it, I don't think it's a stress. All right, so we're going way back again. Because the paper, they may just look boring. All right, guys, so let's go. 2015, are we ready? 2015. So 2015 says that For the people who wanted the graph, well, I mean, I'm not telling you not to do it, but when I ask for stress, I would say cover the syllabus entirety. But if you don't, I don't think you should. Definition of triphosphate, I don't think you should stress about that. But if you know it, then do it. Plants and human disease. Well, if they bring plants and human disease, it's a good time for you. That's cheesy. That would be good for you. All right, guys. So now on to the graph question. Well, the question says, um, students of an ecology class conducted a field study in an area located on the boundary between savanna and a forest. In addition to using various sampling methods to estimate species abundance, they observed the feeding patterns of an organism. Describe two sampling methods which students could use to estimate the abundance of plant species in the area. So two sampling methods, guys. Let's go. Two sampling method. Let's go. Yes, we like that. Quadrant and line set. Good. Anybody else is none? Anybody else is some? Yeah, anybody else is some. Line chance set. Yes. We like them, we like them, we like them. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them rocking, keep them rocking. Yes, keep them rocking, keep them rocking. I have a whole heap of them, man. Keep them rocking, keep them rocking. We want to start with P. We don't hear that one there yet. Yeah, man, I like them, I like them, I like them. So two sampling methods. Quadrant can be randomly in the area and the species counted and recorded. And line transect is pegged at a specific point and extended across the area. The species touching the line, found along the line can be counted and recorded. Simple stuff that, guys. All right, describe one method they could use to collect data on mobile animals in habitat. Which habitat in the area? So one method they could use to collect data on mobile animal. Key guys, mobile animal living in that area. Yes. Mobile animals. Yes, let's go. Mobile animals living in that area. We have the answer, we have the answer. We have pitfall trap. Okay, Mr. B, a pitfall trap. That's only it. That's the only one. Is that the only one? Mark and release and capture. I like that one there, Daniel. I like that one there. I like that. Because we are looking at animals, right? He said describe one method they could use to collect data on mobile animals. You want to collect data. So if you use pitfall trap and you use data and them thing there, you're not really collecting accurate data. 200 for you're still not collecting accurate data. You're looking for the method that can give you the most accurate data, which is capture and release. Right? So if you're gonna say tunnel fun, if I say tall grain funnel, you're gonna say, you have to do some capture and release because you will have to, right? You will have to know which animal you capture from which animal capture. So for example, if you're doing one on frogs, right? And you collect 10 frogs. Collect 10 frogs, and you let them go back and collect 10 frogs. You're gonna record that you have 20 frogs, right? But if you mark and then mark the 10 and let it go. When you get back 10 more frag, you know, so I then 3 out of this marks are really 7 frag. So capture and release would be the answer. Yeah, I can't catch all the comments, guys, but you know, some girl, wait for call you some girl. But but if you said that, beautiful. Right? So now this says that we should data on the organism field, right? So there's some data on the organisms in the field. It's a student record their data in a table similar to the one below, which is this. I'm assuming it's a question. Take a picture. I will go to the other one. So it says now that it goes back. It says use a table and data in one to construct a food web. We don't have time for that, so we're gonna basically show you the food web. A food web must be complex or more complex than a food chain, right? So a food web, you have more than one at the trophic level. So you have the poetry and the savanna grass. We have the grasshopper and the caterpillar, right? And we have the lizard and the woodpecker, and the ark would be the, what we call the ark again? What we call the ark again? What would the ark be? Apex predator. What's another word for that? He's at the top of the food chain. Yeah, man, he's the top predator. Yes, we take apex predator. What's another word for apex predator? Yeah, tertiary. Tertiary. All right. So yes, guys, moving on. Now, the next question says a pyramid of number to show the feeding relationship. All right. So what would be the first pyramid of number here? I think this should be 2. No. Yeah. What's the feeding relationship here? How would you do that now for a pyramid of number? What do we have? So what would be the sum of plants? All right, so what is sum based on that? So the diagram says that it is savanna is 1,000, poetry is 2, grasshopper is 50. So give me one sum. Give me some sum. Yeah, so 200 and 1,002 will be plants. Very good. What will be the other one now? What will be the other one now? Give me some numbers, guys. Give me some numbers. Just do maths right there. You're supposed to sharp. Just a come out of math exam Monday. Sharp. Sharp and that one can't find. Yeah. All right. So for the screen, all right, it's 2 fine. So let me tell you, grasshopper is 50, caterpillar is 25. Grasshopper is 50, caterpillar. So secondary 75 would be for the secondary. Yes. Then what would be tertiary? Maths just sharpen up, man. Come on, man. Wanna sharp, man. Sharp. All the maths people them sharp. Three for which one? Which one them are 3? Which level is 3? Okay. What's the secondary level? Yes, 75 for primary. Yes, beautiful. 23 for tertiary, or you get 23. All right, guys, let's move. Let's move on it, guys. Let's move on it. So let's look at it. So it would be 3 for the arc. Let's go back. It would be 3 for the arc. it will be 3 because the arc is just 3, right? So the top of the pyramid will be 3. Coming down, we have the lizard, which is the secondary. So the tertiary would be just 3 because the arc alone is on the tertiary level, right? No, you don't even put you don't need to put the trophic level. You just put the animals that are in the table. So so on the top you would have hawk 3, right? And then now for the secondary, you would have pick out what in the table is secondary, and that would be lizard and woodpecker. So lizard and woodpecker would be around 20 because lizard is 15 and woodpecker is 5. So that would be 20. And then grasshopper and caterpillar would be 75. And savannah and poetry would be 1002. So that clear, guys? Pretty simple, right? So you get something like that, just sum them up, and you're good. No, it wouldn't, because if you look at it, you will see that quaternary would something like the arc. So the first level, primary, secondary. Oh, me get what you say. Me get what you say. Yeah, me get what you say. Me get what you say. Yeah, me get what you say. Yes, yes, yes. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah, man. It's supposed to have a title, man. Every diagram is supposed to have a title. So when I know that, man, you don't expect me to put title when me I do a little rough work. Little rough work me I do, Daniel. Of course, it's supposed to have a title. Every single diagram I draw is supposed to have a title. Every single one of them. We had a little rough work, just to show you the meat type. But we're not showing you the title, Daniel. We expect you, everybody on the live is supposed to know, say, yeah, man, we're supposed to have title. Yes, Daniel, but we're supposed to have title. Definitely. But there, it even there. Daniel, let me go like me not even realize it there. See down at the bottom, the pyramid of numbers showing the feeding relationship among organisms living in the area. Yeah, man. So me have my title, man. Yeah, I'm going like something have my title, Daniel. Yeah, show me up, sir. Yeah, me I doubt myself. Oh God. All right, moving on. Students collect sample of topsoil from an area under some trees. Describe an experiment that the student could use to investigate water holding capacity of the soil. So students collect some topsoil from an area under some trees. Describe the experiment that the students could use to investigate water holding the capacity of the soil. Who want that? So what's the experiment, guys? What would you use? So the filter paper thingy. Okay. This is salt tomorrow. Filter paper thingy. Call it a Sunday. Alright, guys, how would go about that? Me just want to hear the meat of it. Just the meat of it. How would you go about doing that? How would you test for water capacity? Collect style sample, put them in file paper, time, or like, okay, that's fine. In file paper, which has paved through 100 milligram water, allow it to drip, and da da da. Okay. Okay, measure must drip through, da da da. All right, guys. So there are two ways of doing it, and what you are saying is beautiful. It's still, yes, it's part of the answer. So yes, there are two ways of doing it, though. So the first way of doing it is to take in consideration that they said that it's under a tree. So if it's under some trees, it will mean that it's not dry because it's under some trees, right? So that would we would assume that it's already wet. So what we would do now is that we would take up the soil, right, a sample size, and weigh that size. So if the soil weighed 2 pounds, we would weigh it. Then now what we would do is dry that soil. And then we'll dry it, repeat the process of drying till we get a constant number. So we'll dry it until we get one constant number. So after we dry it, we get 1 pound. And then we dry it again, we still get 1 pound. And we dry it again, we still get 1 pound. That's when we stop drying. Because you want to dry it a lot of time so that there is no moisture. You dry it properly. And then what you do now is that you would subtract to find the holding capacity. You would subtract the final mass from the original mass. Say you would subtract the when it dry versus when it wet, and then the difference would be the water capacity. All right. So understand that. That's one way. Right. The other way is what you are suggesting. So the other way would be to put the dry soil sample in a filter. So you have to make sure it's dry. Right. Yes. Yes, you can add water, but you can't just say add in water, Hanifa. You will have to say that you would have to dry the soil first, same way, because you don't want to add water upon water, right? So you would dry the soil sample in a filter paper, right? And then what you do is insert it in a measuring cylinder or a flask, and then you put whatever, if 100 milliliter water, you put on it, and then now you allow that now we drain completely, and you check the volume drain until it's constant, right? And then the water holding capacity can be calculated by subtracting the volume of water collected from that poured in the soil. So there are two ways you can go about doing that, guys. Is that clear for you? That's clear for you guys. Come on, respond quick now, man. Respond quick now, man. So we can go some, man. Want to know if you no good. You no good? All right. And if I sound no good, all right, moving on. Suggest 4 ways in which soil is important to living organism. 4 ways in which soil are for habitat. Yes, yes. Soil is important because habitat. Yes, yes. Beautiful. It also provide anchorage, say anchor plants, right? It provide air, water, mineral nutrients to aid plant growth. Yes, guys, beautiful. So we're moving on crackingly along. Um, so this is the 2 ways in which we can do the experiment. Moving on. So this diagram, right, in figure 1, shows the apparatus that the students use to extract small insects from living in the soil, right? And this is the experiment they've set up. Outline how each of the following function in the apparatus. So outline how each of the following functions in the apparatus. What's the function of a light bulb in this apparatus? The light bulb. What's the function of a light bulb in the apparatus, guys? Yes, so the light bulb forces the insect because the insects are what we call insects are insects are insects are hydrostatic. They have a hydrostatic skeleton. So therefore, insects, hydro mean water, static means still. So their skeleton system is made up of water. And anybody here who ever accidentally step on a worm, they'll see some green pigment coming out of that worm. It's actually water, right? So basically, animals that live in the soil, like earthworms, for example, they're afraid of heat because heat would dry them out and kill them. That the word for that is desiccation. So they will be desiccated, right? Desiccation is the process of which animals are not even animals, but anything is dried out, right? So therefore, the light, they will prefer moisture. So every time the time gets hot, they will be going deeper and deeper in the soil, hiding from the heat. That is why humus, which is a type of soil, is found in condition that is not too hot because places like city, like Port of Spain, heat, you wouldn't the heat too hot in town areas, so therefore soil and farming don't strive well in town areas. That's why farming striving in rural areas, right? Because it's cooler, right? So the animal will be forced down into the tube. So what's the function of the water or the alcohol in this case? What's the function of alcohol? So you understand salt? How we get there? So is to emit heat, but to do what? So it's to drive the soil organism out of the soil. So alcohol is used to prevent the insects from crawling out and decaying of the insects, right? So to fix that up, right, the alcohol would function to either kill or preserve the invertebrates, preventing them from escaping. All right. So we are go good so far, guys. Hope you guys are understanding and I'm making it very simple for you. Fungi and bacteria are found in forest soils. Explain the role of these organisms in the cycling of nutrients in the forest. So how fungi and bacteria help to cycle nutrients in the forest. How fungi and bacteria help to cycle nutrients in the forest. Yes, so fungi and bacteria function as decomposers to break down leaves and organic matter into substances such as humus and to produce new nutrients. Okay, so they act here as decomposers. Nice, nice. But what else happened? You missed out some things. What happened to the gas? What the gas there? What the gas? What gas release? So you have the bacteria that would in nitrogen cycle. No, no. So you have bacteria that would work. Me na, phrase that question better, Daniel, because I don't want to answer and that you ask me. Yes. So CO2 will be released. So, but what do enzymes use to break down organic matter? What do enzymes use to break down organic matter, guys? Or we missed that. We missed that in our answer. What do enzymes use to break down organic matter? What breaks down anything in biology? What breaks down anything in biology, guys? Same concept. What breaks down anything in biology? What breaks down anything? What substance breaks down anything? No, not energy. Breaks down. Me say no, break down. Break down. No, not energy, not break it down. Energy is needed in order for it to break down. But it doesn't break down because of energy. Not as come on, guys. All that things so far. What breaks down anything in biology? So the question was that decomposers break down organic substances. So I'm going to ask what decomposers use to break down organic substance. I want to hear the answer when I go drop. Enzymes, guys. Enzyme is used to break down anything in biology. Enzymes. Enzymes are for used to break down anything in biology. Whether you're doing germination, where the water goes into the catalyst and through the micropyle, it activates what to break it down? Enzymes. Enzymes are needed to break down anything. If the plant is reproducing, right, and it push the pollen down into the stigma, it has to use enzyme to bore the hole go down. So it has to enzyme breaks down anything, everything in biology. So decomposers, they use enzyme or they produces enzymes that break down complex organic matter found in dead and decaying matter in the forest to simple organic nutrients along with CO2 that other organism plants can use for their own purposes, and the cycle continues, guys. All right, so we have photosynthesis here. So based on the photosynthesis diagram, name two conditions which are not shown in the equation that are essential for photosynthesis. So outside of the diagram, give two things, right? Give two things that are not shown in the equation which help the process. So when I see no light, when I see no end, okay, fine, enzymes, yes. That's a brilliant answer, Josh. Using what I just said. Brilliant stuff. Next time, just put photosynthetic enzyme field can sound hot, Josh. You see me? Photosynthetic enzyme. Temperature, light, sunlight, chlorophyll, beautiful, 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 beautiful. All beautiful stuff. All right? Moving on. Name the gas given off in this process and state which of the reactants produce this gas. And Jamil, I was teaching you that yesterday. Oxygen and water. Excellent. How does water react to give oxygen? Who can tell me that? How does water react to give oxygen? Which bright person can tell me that? How does water result in oxygen in photosynthesis? Which beautiful person can tell me that? The sunlight energy breaks apart the water molecule into hydrogen and oxygen atoms. All right, Josh. All right, Josh. The O2 separates from the AO2. All right, all right, all right. Me like that. Bomba, me a drop a heart on the live. Me a drop a heart on my own live. Bomba. Me a drop a heart on my own live. Excellent, 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 excellent answer. Excellent. Yes, 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 yes. So I wish I had a marker here. So basically, me just talk. So the H2O, it split, the sunlight split the H2O, right? And then it leave with one, it leave with, so H2O is two molecules of hydrogen and one molecule of oxygen. Then it split, leaving the hydrogen, gone with the hydrogen. And then now, you just leave with O2. Excellent. Excellent stuff. I hope all you guys get that, right? Because that is essentially dark and light reaction, right? So that Josh talked about a while ago, that is light reaction. So what happening dark reaction now is that the hydrogen, right? The hydrogen that's left back, right? That hydrogen now what the hydrogen they do? Who can tell me that? Who can tell me what the hydrogen do in a night? Who can say hot to hot? Josh, you hot again? Josh, if you're hot again, which school? A Jamaica you come from, Josh? Or you come from somewhere in the Caribbean? So hydrogen reduces. Oh, bad, Josh. Oh, Josh. Josh, you're hot. No, Josh, you're hot. Josh. Josh, me go Trinidad tomorrow, Josh. Josh, boy. That Trinidad. Josh, boy. I got again, Aisha. Bye, bye, bye. Josh. No. Josh, you have it locked, Josh. Josh, make sure you're in the group. Josh, are you in the group? We need to know which grade you get, Josh. We need to know which grade they get. Josh, there is a tree that talk. Bye, Josh, bye. Oh, my. Josh, I'm coming. I'm coming to trade that boy. I'm coming to trade that boy. I love them answer. The answer stimulate my mind. Watch I know biology. Stimulate my frontal lobe. Watch I stimulate my frontal lobe. Aisha, I love it. Because we don't pronounce that. Sir, why is that one boy? Listen, I'm officially a Trinidadian. Right? I'm officially a Trinidadian now. I left Jamaica. 100%. I am Nicholas Puran, boy. Right now, I am Nicholas Puran. Boy, you know Nicholas Puran? Come on, man. We switch sides. Nicholas Puran, no Chris Gale. Nicholas Puran. Right now, I'm Sunil Narayan. I'm Nikki P. Nikki P. Boy, right now I'm Kieran Pollard. I'm Kieran Pollard, boy. Big up, guys. Big up. Excellent stuff. So, just to show you how one answer can lead to another answer because you're answering here about and reactants, and that basically cover light and dark reaction. Yeah, but I'm coming to carnival. No, I'm not too like the carnival thing still, you know, because we not too know which gender. So I kind of stay from the carnival thing. Fine. But bring me to the cricket, boy. Bring me to the cricket. Bring me to CPL. I'm there, boy. Bring me to CPL and I'm there. Yeah. I'm watching cricket, man. Cricket is my thing. So bring me to the cricket, Aisha. Next time West Indies coming to Trinidad, bring a ticket, boy. Because I'm coming. I am coming. All right. So let's look at the next question. Explain 2 ways in which plants utilize glucose produced by this reaction. So all plants use glucose now, guys. Come on. All guys use glucose. All those plants use glucose. Let's go. All right, using for photosynthesis. Come on, Guyana. We need some strong answer. We push Josh apart. We need to mash up Josh. Come, Guyana, man. Come in, Guyana. We're gonna play some country against country. Oh, don't follow me. I'm just all fun. All right, so we say, how does plants utilize glucose? Yes, to a start, yes, yes, yes. But what's the first thing we have to say? What's the first thing we have to say? We have to say that glucose is converted into sucrose. Don't boy. We have to treat that thing at you know. We officially a treat that there now. Officially. We have to say glucose is converted to sucrose and then transported to the leaves of the plant that require for energy, right? KK, I never meet to the figure your bed. No, KK have exam and gone to bed. Me not understand you. KK, KK go sleep. KK give one answer and gone to bed. Jano KK. Jano KK wake up, KK sleep. KK sleep from lunchtime. Stop it. Yes, guys. So going. So yeah, man. All that right. Use a respiration. Somebody say respiration already? Yes, boy. It's Brie, boy. It's Brie. It's Brie. Brie say it's respiration at. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, so exam now let me lose my sleep. May I get one in, boy? I get in half an hour. She get 2 hour, 3 hour in, boy. State three environmental factors which affect photosynthesis. That's easy, boy. Easy. So, two light density. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. What's another one? Come here, man. Let them fly, man. Easy stuff to fly. Temperature, nice. Light intensity. Yes, man. Fly easy stuff. Temperature, very good, man. That is it. That is it. Moving on. No time to waste, man. Simple stuff, boy. Unlike plants, animals are able to synthesize glucose. So, unlike plants, animals are unable to synthesize glucose. So, a boy eats a meal of cassava. Explain how his body converts the starch in the cassava to glucose. Name the organ and the enzyme involved in that process. I boy, me just explained that a while ago. Me just explained that question a while ago. I could see who have it, boy. I could see who have it. Who have it? 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 Amylase, yes, that's the enzyme. That's the enzyme for breakdown about the cassava. Yes, yes, yes. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. And what kind of amylase? Is it shoes amylase? Foot amylase? Liver amylase? All right, Josh boy, in the mouth, saliva amylase breakdown starts to maltose. After digestion, it passes through the intestine where maltose. Yes, boy. Yes, boy. But you missed something. Yes, boy. Yes, boy. Oh, my boy. Yes, boy. Good boy. Mastication, salivary amylase is released from the salivary gland in the mouth, which begin to break it down. You missed something, Gabby. You missed the other organ with two organ. You just a mouth, but when I hear the other one, when I hear the mouth, when I hear the mouth, when I hear not other one, when I hear the other one, when I hear the other one, Josh boy, let me come back again. Pancreas, yes, pancreas. You sure? The pancreas release it. The pancreas release it. So it's broken down into glucose produced by da da da. Yeah, man, that sound better now. That sound a lot better. So KK, you have to go watch back your life and scratch. And see where you miss. You get me? Yeah, man, guys. So basically, it say it want the organs and the enzyme involved. I remember I said enzymes. So yes, in the mouth, starch is broken down by salivary amylase, right? And you can't say stomach eating pizza roll. Can't say stomach. Why him say put answer on page? Why me I put answer on the page? I want the answers from you. I want the answer from you, boy. So in the mouth, starch is broken down by salivary amylase to maltose, then later in the small intestine and the duodenum. So you can't say, no man, the answer is going on the page eventually, boy. So the so you can't say stomach eating pizza roll because stomach would be different. Stomach would be a high pH, and only pepsin can survive in a high pH. So stomach, the enzyme in the stomach is the pepsin, and pepsin works high well in a pH of 2, which is acidic, right? So you couldn't say stomach. Stomach will make it wrong. You would have to say small intestine. Small intestine now will make it better. All right. So let's look at the answer, boy. So in the mouth, starch is broken down by salivary amylase to maltose. Then later in the small intestine or the duodenum, anyone you want to put, the pancreatic amylase and maltase, you see two of them, further break down starch and maltose respectively to produce glucose. Yes, man. In the mouth, mastication occurs where the cassava is mixed with amylase, breaks down the starch in the. Yes, yes, man. No, man. Guyana, man, you have to give me. No, Pepsi in a small intestine pizza roll. Eating pizza roll. No. Pepsi is in the stomach. Stomach different from small intestine. Stomach is acidic and small intestine is alkali. That's it, eating pizza roll. So pepsin has to be in the stomach because it works at optimum in the stomach because it is acidic. Small intestine is alkali. It works at around 8.4 on the pH scale. Like you miss some of the notes, boy. You miss some of the notes, boy. Yes. Get in there, guys. Get in there. So that's the answer. Everybody understand that? How what I was explaining before is important because it's very important to know where your enzymes are situated. So I hope you guys will take notes about what me I talk about. Take a little jottings and thing and thing and thing and thing and thing. All right, all right. Moving on, moving on. Not time for waste. Now we are talking about the reproductive system. All right, we just got through that, boy. So it says that label the organs in figure 2 to show where the female gamete ova is made. So where is the female gamete ova made? Where? Would it be the first arrow, the third arrow, or the second arrow? Aisha, tell him say I'm my own. Aisha, defend me thing, you know. Aisha, defend me thing. Aisha, I like you defend everything. So Aisha, which one of these um which one which one would be I? Would it be the third arrow, the fourth arrow, or the third arrow? The third arrow, boy. Yes, the third arrow. Good. Third arrow. Exit. No, Alicia, man. The one away at Trinidad, then, you know. Come on, man. The one away Trinidad, then. Come on, man. I look out for each other, Aisha, man. All the Trinidad people for the life. Yes, man. Prashant, you're from Guyana, right? Third is correct. Prashant, you're from Guyana. All right. So you have to give me an answer, man. Give me an answer. I want to turn one Guyanese quicker. I want to turn Shivna and Shanda Paul, man. I want to turn some Guyanese, man. You know? I want to turn Romario Shepard and them, man. You know? Come on, man. I want some Guyanese answer, you know? All right. What is three? Which of the arrow would be three? Which of the arrow would be two? Sorry. Two. My bad. Two. 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 Sorry, two. Which one would be two? Which one would be two? The second one? Which one would be I? First arrow, second arrow. Which one would be I? Some say second, some say first. Some say second, some say first. Which one would be I? Is it second or first? First. From the Guyana man. First coming in. Eating pizza roll saying second. Ooh. Gabby saying first. Ooh. It's Bree saying second. Ooh. Alright, it's actually first. That means they only need it. Second, so you need to make sure you get the reproductive system out the way, all right? Says first, all right? The first one would be, it said fertilization would occur. Fertilization would occur in the oviduct or the fallopian tube. So that gives away three. Three would be the second arrow. That would have been the uterus. All right, guys? All right, outline the mechanism by which male and female gametes come together in the human reproductive system to form a zygote. So explain the mechanism by which male and female gametes come together in human reproductive system to form a zygote. The third one is a uterus lining. That's where the baby would be implanted. There to be uterus or the womb, anyone they want to choose. So, explain the mechanism when a male and a female gamete come together in the human system to form a zygote. Come on, one from the guy, man. No send kids here. No send kids. No send kids. No grenader. Want to start the country for the answer. Make a add it up. We'll start take some score. The Trinidad one, Jamaica one, boy. Supermarket. Fertilize. Where's the pizza roll? The supermarket. Fertilize the female egg. How were they eating pizza roll? What you say? Why? 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 Where the supermarket are doing that? Oi! 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 First I chop the eating pizza. Okay, so the sperm. Okay. Listen, on my lives, trust me. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, on my lives are all vibes. Yeah, so the sperm fertilize the female egg and form a zygote. Okay. Okay, alright. Okay. But you could have put little sauce in it. You could ketchup. Yeah. So, like in the ovum, a sperm enters a membrane is developed and the nuclei of the ovum and the sperm fuse to form. Alright, little sauce. I don't know where you're talking about. So, the ovum. So basically what you're trying to say is that you can put little sauce on it, right? So after ejaculation, right, that's a sperm. I'm not paying no mind. I ain't paying him any mind. So after ejaculation, right, in the vagina, right? So there's ejaculation in the vagina. Then sperm form. Then the sperm from the penis, right, swim to the uterus to meet the ovum, right, in the woman's fallopian tube. We get that. So basically, that's what I mean by put little sauce on it, right? So you want to put like little terminology. So you like say the sperm use the flagellum, right, to move or to swim towards the egg, right? That's what I want to say. So, Gabby. Yeah, man, just because of that, may I kick you off. No manners. All right. So, make sure. Because we not run certain joke. So make sure report you to the good old YouTube and put that under harassment. So, we just take you off. So you don't know how far fi put the joke them. You don't know when to do it serious and when a joke from when a joke. So, certain time if you want to get serious, you can get real serious. So, you work that out. All right, back to that now. So, Gabby, let me see. Let me see. Gabby, you know, me not see remember what you say. But anyways, just make sure, say, you have ejaculation in the vagina. The sperm from the penis swim up the uterus to meet the ovum in the woman's fallopian tube, right? The sperm that reaches first will penetrate the ovum and their nuclei will fuse to form a zygote, right? So, yeah. So that's our need. So we can either mention the flagellum, we can mention those things, right? So name the type of television by which female gametes are made. So what type of television female gametes are made? Meiosis. All right. Nice. Gabby, which country are you from? But no, I can't mitosis. Remember we talked about that? Can mitosis. All right, guys, let's clear up that. All right, great, Gabby. All right, let's clear up that. Mitosis has to do with body cells or somatic cells, right? Mitosis has to deal with body cell, not sex cells. Mitosis is asexual and meiosis is sexual. All right? So, yes, it deals with body cells. So remember that we talk about mitosis. It is a replication of your 46 chromosome. That is the diploid number. So mitosis deal with diploid number. Meiosis deal with haploid number. So meiosis I deal with sex cells. So we talk about sex cell, we talk about sex, female gametes, sex. Right? Another name for body cells is somatic cells. Make sure so we have them thing the lock so we don't get caught up, right? Next. Describe two ways in which the type of cell division named in C differs differs from that which the embryo grows and develops after fertilization. So they're asking you, what's the difference between mitosis and meiosis? In simple, that's what they're asking. So they say that describe two ways in which the type of cell division named in C1 differs from that by which the embryo grows and develops after fertilization of an ovum. Right? So they are saying that after there is cell division, meiosis, differ from that by which the embryo grows and develops after fertilization. So it's saying after sex, what happens after you are developed. So after sex cell are purely meiosis or mitosis, that your body cells that need to grow. Your skin cell, all the other body cells that need to replicate in order to grow. So let's take the difference now. So meiosis produces cells that are genetically varied, while mitosis produces genetically identical cells. All right. More sauce, more sauce. Give me some sauce. Sauce. Meiosis occurs in sex cell. We know that sauce. We look for sauce during meiosis for varying daughter cells. Yeah, we understand. All right. Little sauce from KK. Just a little bit of pepper. More sauce. In meiosis gamete, ovum is produced uniquely in the formation of an embryo. The cells forming the baby body goes through mitosis duplicate. All right, more sauce. We still want more sauce. Some more sauce. Some more terms. Some more sauce. Any sauce, some sauce. Want some pepper on it. Want some pepper on the jerk chicken, boy. Some pepper, man. Some pepper. In mitosis, there is no crossing over. Aisha, me see some pepper. Some pepper there, so. No crossing over, but expound upon the pepper. Expound. Mitosis would have one set of division involved with meiosis. All right, me like that. Little sauce, little sauce. Any more sauce? No more sauce? Want to the number them. Want to 2N and N. Me not use up the number them. Want to 2N and N. Use up the sauce, man. Use up the sauce. Have the knowledge. Use it up. One is asexual. Mitosis has two phase. One has 1 to 2N and N. Me not hear that. Come on, man. Make we get that. Make we get that. Make we get that. One to 2N. Nobody now use it 2N. Nobody now use the terms. What go on? No the terms, no the terms, the terms, the terms. What go on for the terms? All right, mitosis produce diploid number 2N. Me, yeah, them terms them I want for you here. Good, Gabby. Hello, me have to beg you, fee. Me have to beg. Me have to beg. Oh, no, do me so. Judge, I feel like we're up on the road, brother. Beg. And avoid that line. All right, guys. So basically, crossing over is very important, right? Because the exchange Alright, me show no sauce. No want sauce? Me show no sauce. If you no want sauce, say sauce. Leave it sauce. If you want sauce, on the type for the live and say sauce. 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 Sauce, man. Take you in, boy. Sauce one. Alright, watch out now. Man, I'm going to English feet now. English. Watch out. Crossing over or exchange of alleles takes place during meiosis, but none occurs in mitosis. Or the cells produced from meiosis are genetically different from each other, while those forming mitosis are genetically identical. However, meiosis results in the production of cells containing half the number of chromosomes in bracket haploid number found in the parent cell, while mitosis results in cell containing diploid number or the same number of chromosomes in each parent cell. Hi boy! My brother just come in. Bless my brother read that. You get me? You know? My brother just, that is sauce. So basically, you have to include the alleles. You have to talk about the alleles. Remember, you learn about the alleles, right? You learn about the alleles, you talk about them. So you say, boy, exchange of alleles, right? That's in a meiosis 1, meiosis 2, right? So, you know the difference between meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, right? Or eating pizza roll. You need to go up on the channel and get the get the videos out. Because they are there. Them explain it clear. Alright, so if you know the difference between mitosis and meiosis, get on the channel, listen to the videos, and you'll be fine. Trust me. Alright? So we move on to the next one. It says embryonic stem cells are undifferentiated. That word there. Undifferentiated. Oh boy, we can't pronounce that already. Listen, we get that word there. Anyway, the stem cells are different cells formed as the embryo grows and develops. These cells are capable of differentiating into specialized cells of tissues and organs in the human body. So just two reasons why cell specialization is important. Listen, undifferentiated, I can't pronounce that very soon. If that were to kill me right now, but that day, watch it now. Undifferentiated. But they can say differentiated. Listen, when that team that either girl, when that team that girl, we can't pronounce that. We can't read it well, but they say tongue I got my tongue and everybody I got a different way. But anyways, so just two reasons why specialized cell is important. So specialized cell is important for division of labor and multicellular organism. Okay. But you want to miss the thing where you want to miss it, you don't want to miss the obvious thing. It's important because it allows the body to. You still not, yeah, miss the obvious thing, guys. It's the first reason you should be saying that specialized cell in tissue work together to carry out specific functions. That's the first thing because it's specialized. I'm a specialized bio teacher, so my specialty is in bio. So it's essential because yes, you're answering the questions. Yes, they're not wrong, but they want your, them carry a specific function. Assigned to specific role. Specialized cells in tissue and organ work together to carry a specific function to allow the body to maintain homeostasis. So that's one you can have, guys. So the specialized cell always work together. So that's very important. You need to be saying that they are working together to carry out a specific function. Right? No matter what you say, that piece of the sentence must be there. So let's look at the answer. Specialized cells from cell specialized cells form tissue or organs which carry out specific function in the human body, right? More efficiently than unspecialized cells. Specialized cells in tissues and organs work together to carry out specific functions that allow the body to maintain homeostasis and carry out all life, all vital processes. All right. The next, explain why embryonic stem cell can be used in treatment for physiological diseases. Explain why embryonic stem cells can be used in the treatment of physiological diseases. Stem cell, stem cells. Who know what a stem cell? Mr. Smile on live have that. What is stem cell, guys? And about Google, Well, I come here, Google, Come here, Google, me a finger them a Google, Me a finger them from over. Me hear the finger them from through the live. So me see unspecialized cells. Okay. No man, that's fine. All right, stem cells are specialized cells, and you can turn the stem cells into anything you want it to be. So, for example, if you're having, let's say, if you're having liver problems, right? It would suggest that some of the liver cells are not functioning, right? So basically, you would do some genetic engineering, and you would turn the stem cell into liver cells, right? And then those stem cells can replace the ones that were not functioning properly in the liver. So stem cells are not specialized. So they can be modified to carry out specific function. So let's use let's use genetic engineering because mutation kind of different. Right. Stem cells, you can find stem cells in a lot of places. You can find stem cells in your bone marrow, in your blood vessel, part of your brain, whole heap of places. So the stem cells aren't specialized. So through genetic engineering, yes, genetic engineering is more accurate. Mutation would suggest that they have been exposed to some. It's not totally wrong, I just prefer genetic engineering. So yeah. So how would you answer this now? Well, basically my answer is fair. So physiological diseases are caused by defective cells. So whenever you have a physiological disease, that's something that's physical. It's basically because of a defective cells, because cells make up all your physical aspect of your body. So therefore, the stem cells will be used to produce specialized cells to basically produce organs, well, to replace defective cells. So stem cells, another example is that stem cells would be asexual so that they would reproduce quickly. So that's the use of stem cells. You understand that? Yes. 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 You can't worry about the punctuation tomorrow. And I really, you can't worry about that. Like some people wish them have the punctuation. Some people wish they have the knowledge. And some people just are going to exam and just have punctuation. Eh, some people just have punctuation tomorrow. Describe the difference between nerve cell and skin cell. All right, then what's a style now? Punctuation. So yeah, man, I have the knowledge, man. Knowledge is good. All right. Next. All right. So albinism is seen in persons who are homozygous for the recessive allele of a certain gene. This gene code for the production of skin pigment melanin. Persons who inherit the dominant allele of this gene produce a normal amount of melanin for their race. Distinguish between allele and gene, dominant and recessive, homozygous and heterozygous. So first of all, what's the difference between allele and a gene? So allele is a variation of a certain gene, while gene is based on genetic information. When I like gene KK, when I like gene, let me fix up that. Gene is a section of DNA which codes for a specific protein, while allele alternative form for a specific gene. All right, I like Gabby answer KK. Copy and paste Gabby answer in your brain. Copy and paste Gabby answer in your brain. Allele is a type of gene or variation. No, allele, yeah, well, okay. I still prefer Gabby one. It's bring copy Gabby one, put it in your brain. Alleles is an allele is a set of genes which control the appearance of all specific genes. Me still like Gabby one. Gabby one a little bit more clearer. So Gabby, you know, copy and paste Gabby definition. So a gene is a section of a DNA or a chromosome. You can use that. Gene is a section of a DNA or chromosome which codes for a specific protein or a specific trait. Right? So a gene code for a specific trait. So you have albinism. And let's say the code for albinism is A and capital A. That's the gene for albinism. A and capital A makes up one gene. So it code for a specific trait. But alleles is different for alternative form of a specific gene. So the same gene code for albinism, A, big A and small A. Big A and small a are different. They are alternative. Do we understand that? The gene is an alternative form. Allele is an alternative form because two alleles make up a gene. So in this case, let's just pretend A is for albinism, capital A and common A. then capital A and common A are the two alternative form. They are the two alleles, and two of them makes up a gene. For better clarification, you can read, you can get the video. But yes, guys, that's basically it. Do you understand? It's clear. It's clear. It's clear. It's clear. Excellent. Clear for everybody. More. One more clear. One more clear. One more clear. No more clear. Some unclear. Real. All right, we get one more clear. All right. Distinguish between dominant and recessive. Dominant, man, them have the answer line up. Hot. So dominant alleles are expressed once the gene in the genotype, or while the recessive allele are only expressed in the homozygous. Okay. Gabby, you watch the video? Okay, a dominant gene is that which affects the phenotype. While the recessive gene is one that has no effects. Great. Great, 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 great. All of that makes sense. Finally, one that likes genetics. Beautiful. For those who don't like genetics, you can refer to the video, all right? Pretty clear stuff. All right, next, heterozygous and homozygous. Heterozygous, homozygous. Homozygous. We have that. We have that. Not yet. Not yet. Heterozygous, homozygous. Heterozygous, homozygous. Heterozygous, homozygous. Okay. Heterozygous, a mixture of dominant and recessive allele. Okay. Homozygous gene is one where both alleles are the same, both dominant or recessive, while heterozygous gene. Okay, KK, boy, you bad man. KK, how you get that from? KK, how you get that from? Homozygous describes an organism that possesses two identical alleles for the same gene. Okay, while heterozygous describe organisms that have two different. Yeah, man. Okay, that's fine. Right, beautiful. KK, I like the answer there. You come, you like your wake up, KK. KK, wake up. Big up yourself. All right, great answer, guys. Great answer. Oh, okay. Who did they hear for the first class? KK in the first class? I never remember the first class, you know. Yeah, from 9 to 2. From 2 to 9. From 2 to 9 last time. You guys were in the last KK in the last class? All the guys were in the first free session. That was on Zoom. Oh, I'm so proud of you guys. I'm gonna give you some heart, man. I'm gonna give you some love. I'm gonna give you lots of love. Yeah, man, me spend a whole heap of time I explain that to you, man. Big up on yourself. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Love it. Love it. Excellent stuff, guys. All right. Use genetic diagram to show how couple with a normal pigmentation, you know, me go want this. Me go want it, you know. Fly or fly low. Me go want a genetic diagram there. Me go want a diagram there. So use a genetic diagram to show a couple with normal pigmentation may produce albino child. Using the following symbol to represent the allele A for dominant A and recessive A. Me go on that in WhatsApp group. Me go want it. I go want it. Want somebody take one pen and get the answer to me the pronto. Me have my paper. Me go want it. This paper is 2015. 2015 biology. I'ma need that paper. I'ma need this. All right. So me in a WhatsApp group I look out. Who can give me this? I want it head up brilliantly. I want it done just like we do it tomorrow. I want to mash it up. Yeah, man, I want it, man. I want it. Man, monitor the group. Man, monitor the group. Still, I monitor the group. All right, Mr. One puppy already. That's good. All right, there's who we have. Let's see we have. All right. It will be that. So normal. So it will be to show normal pigmentation which may produce albino child. Oh, okay. And then that. Yeah. 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 Okay. All right, Bree. Yeah, Bree. Bree, do something. Yeah, you miss something, Bree. Read the question. So Bree, it's two. It's a parent with two with a don't want to tell you, but it's a parent. It says a couple with normal pigmentation. A couple with normal pigmentation may produce an albino child. So the two couple have not they have normal pigmentation, sorry, but they may produce a albino child. Oh, the the video, the presentation. Sorry, it just bad. I wish I'm gonna try and research a better program that Google can use to do these presentations. But today is my first live, so I never really get the app properly, so I use the regular thing. So it's normal pigmentation. So both couple have normal pigmentation. All right. So the question asks now, the question say, use a genetic diagram to show a couple with normal pigmentation may produce an albino child. So Numa, just an albino child we want, you know. So what is the albino child? What's the percentage for albino child? Even though you have it there, say you don't need to give me the you wouldn't need to give me the 75% because I just want the albino. Great. Loving the answers, guys. Nice. Look on some people I use. Look on some people I use. Cross gen. Oh, me feel like me I gonna cry. Some people I use cross genetics and I use Punnett square. Me I gonna cry. Me literally start crying. Guys, unofficially ready. When they get it from me. Yeah, man, I know you're used to showing everything, but in exam, just do what you're asked. All right? It saves time. We move on to our next question. So 25%. Beautiful stuff, guys. Well done. So anybody who think they are not ready for the Punnett square, please, you can check out the video. It's still time, guys. All me you can learn in a 1 hour under the exam same time. So you're ready. Suggest two precautions. Right, next question. Suggest two precautions that albino person living in the Caribbean should take when going outdoors. Two precautions albino people should take when going outdoors. Use sunscreen, nice. Wear more clothes, nice. Sunscreen, nice. Eyes, sing. I don't want the eyes. A chappy people. Oh man, we're not chappy people, man. Just focus on the skin. Yes. So outdoor, wearing sunscreen, wearing hats, umbrellas, anything to protect the life from the skin. That's about I want a sunglass. Why is savage? Yeah, but uh I would say focus on the skin. So focus more on the skin. Because albino is a skin condition, not necessarily an eye condition. Yes, yeah, you protect light from the skin by sunscreen. You do that every day. you wear more clothes, you know, expect the light to go on your skin, you wear umbrella, you know, you carry an umbrella with you. You wear sun hat, you know, rather than glasses. Glasses kind of far fetched. Glasses come like you run out of information. You say, you know what? Let's chop something for nothing and call it a Sunday. You know which one of them chop you rate? I'm gonna tell you which one of them chop you are the best one. But are we there? What on there? Missy one chop. Yeah, Gabby. Your chop win. Gabby said wear sunglasses to protect from retinal damage. Me nearly give marks. I swear me nearly give marks. To it biologically well constructed. Me nearly give Gabby, me nearly give marks to free boy. Two are the best not right answer I've ever seen. It bad. Listen, if you write anything, I saw you construct. I saw you construct things here I know. uh Charlie's, you're just coming on. Charlie's, you're just coming on. You're just coming on. If you have problem with genetics, please refer to the video on our channel. And trust me, you will not have a problem anymore. All right. So Charlie's, just check our YouTube channel, the one that you're on now. Look for a video on genetics, and I guarantee you, you'll be beautiful for tomorrow. All right. Next one says, observation of members of the population show where there's a variation in skin color. Suggest 3 ways by which this type of variation would occur. So there's variation, right, in skin color. So there's 3 reasons why there will be variation. Anybody who say them 8 bio, that's 2050. Anybody who say them 8 bio, when you either no got class, or there's no class, or the teacher 8 bio too. Either one of them 3 reasons there. If the teacher no like bio, you just run out and decide you don't want to learn, or your school not a teacher. Natasha, I know why you come here when you 8 bio, you know, you come for pass bio, don't? Yeah. So so back to the question. So observe why would there be a variation in skin color? So it says that to ensure that species can survive. No, sir. I will just get that answer. Josh boy, you're lucky a job at that. Josh boy, Josh boy job at that quick. The question states. Okay, the question states why. So observation of members of a population show that there's variation in skin color. So just 3 ways by which this type of variation would occur. Now they're asking you, why is there variation in skin color? So it is observed that members of a population have different skin color, some white, some black, some brown. They're asking you, so there's 3 ways by which this type of variation could occur. Okay, so I've inherited some people. Okay, all right, fine. Environment, that's not bad. What kind of environment could affect skin color? Yeah, like sun, yes, light intensity of the sun, nice. Skin bleaching. Look how long me I wait on that. Look how long me I wait on skin bleaching. When I overthink whether skin bleaching, simple. Yes, skin bleaching. Crossbreeding with individual skin tones. That one is so complicated, Josh. It's just straightforward. So, mutation in the skin. Me see that. So great. Mutation in the skin. No, sometimes it's just straightforward. Mutation in the skin. That's one. Exposure to sunlight. That's two. Skin disease, skin bleaching. What are two type of variation, guys? Sure, we that talk about this from the first set of three people. What are two type of variation? Who can redeem me? Two type of variation, continuous and discontinuous. So that we are talking about, guys. Continuous is things that can change. And discontinuous, you know, my favorite saying is either you have it or you don't have it. Is either you have it or you don't have it. Right? So discontinuous is either you can roll your tongue or you can't roll your tongue. Right? Is either some animal have horns or them don't have horns. Continuous variation are a condition that changes. Right? So what sauce now? What sauce? The question now, when we want to get sauce up, is that you could have said that continuous variation of alleles of skin color gene, right? So first of all, you tell we say this type of variation is continuous variation. Then you're gonna say alleles of skin color gene, interracial mating. Yeah, miss interracial mating, you know. The black people are married, a black guy and a black guy, right, married to a white woman, or vice versa. It's not gonna get a white baby, right? So interracial breeding, that's one. Mutation in skin color gene, exposure to sun. Me never see that KK. Me never see you say interracial breeding. I never see that. Yeah, try chat me no KK. All right. So next now we have, so basically they want you to draw a diagram of the eye. And then they want you to tell us how can you see. They want you to draw a diagram of the eye and describe how the eye enables us to see. So when I got, so you know, say you have to know all your sense organs, and if you don't have a video, have a video out, right? And all the diagrams you need to know, the eye is a part of it. Get that video done, guys. All right. So the eye would look like this. When I have time for draw that, make sure you draw it clear and nice, and make sure your labelings don't cross. So you see how this nice and neat, nice and neat, nice and neat. I will come on the other side, nice and neat. That's how you want your diagram to be. Make sure your diagram have a appropriate title and whatever a diagram needs to have. All right. So make sure your diagram is well, nice and neat. So you know you can draw. So you have to go practice your drawings and your labelings. All right. So swat before the night boy, make the candle light burn to night boy, and get the work done. Come back with the one boy. So next time I see you all, we'll be doing some paper one. I will just say, run through them, boy. Run through them, boy. All right? So, yes, KK, man. Yes, KK. I give some love, KK. Indeed, I appreciate all that. You see, you guys, you just come back and give me that one, boy. I give me even two. I take the two, boy. So, KK to say it unprofessionally. Sir, we can label on both sides. No, man, you can label wherever is appropriate, man. You just don't want them to look mixed up. You don't want the line there draw, underline there draw, underline there draw, underline there mix up, underline there mix up. You don't want that. All right? So tell me now, oh, yes, guys, I appreciate you all, guys. I appreciate all of you. All right? So tell me now, how would you be able to see? Explain the process of seeing now. Remember, guys, so remember, type or you explain the process of seeing. So, remember, guys, when you're drawing a diagram, you want to be clear. So you don't want one diagram across over another. You don't want one label across with each other. So you want it nice, neat. One diagram from a Punnett square. You don't get more than one. So now must start from where it. Come on, no man, on the target, no man. What the first thing happen? Light not enter your eye, man. Light of enter your eye. That's the first way you see. We're not there so far. We're not reach rods yet. Or we're not see. But we're not, guys, don't overthink. Start from how you know it happened. Light enters the eye. So the iris controls the amount of light that enters the eye and bounces on the retina, which contains light. Sensitive cells may expect if you say this, so. And send impulses. You miss something, man. Light just can't enter the eye, so. Aisha, you miss some critical things in the middle. So light enters the eye via the cornea. All right, now we'll talk a little bit more. You know, you have to talk about what happened. So first, light from an object enters the eye through the cornea and the pupil. Now, so then it is refracted by the lens onto the retina. Right? And then the rods and the cones in the retina detects the light stimulus and sends impulses along the optic nerve to the brain. We can't talk about how we see, and we not talk about the light enters the eye. And then we can't talk about how we see, and we not talk say it's refracted. Light is refracted by two things. It's refracted by the lens and it's refracted by the cornea. But yeah, by lens and the cornea. So if you say your thing, yes, you lose marks if you not say you will be losing marks if you don't say your if you leave out your cornea and the lens and the refraction and the refraction that is done. How much marks is this? I think this is what 5, 6 marks. So you would expect it to say that light from the object enters the eye through the cornea pupil. Then it is refracted by the lens onto the retina, the rods and the cones. So like Gabby, first KK said light enters the eye through the pupil and is focused on the retina, but you're still not talking about the cornea. Right? Gabby said first the light enters the eye via the cornea and passes through the lens. Now Gabby's answers is what we would have wanted. So Gabby's answer is the best answer that wouldn't lose a mark. All right? So you understand Gabby's answer? Gabby, you understand your own answer? Okay, good. What did they asking me what is accommodation? Are you telling me it's accommodation? Gabby, you're asking me it's accommodation? Are you telling me? Are you asking me if it's you're asking me about accommodation? Meanwhile, Gabby right answer. Let's go. Discuss the effects of alcohol abuse on human body's ability to respond to stimuli and maintain homeostasis. So how does alcohol affect the body's ability to respond to stimuli and maintain homeostasis? So how does human body, how does alcohol affect the human body's ability to respond to stimuli and maintain homeostasis? The brain go off balance, sir, so the specialized cell won't be able to work effectively. Yeah, no, Peter, yes. Yeah, savage boy. Boy, yeah, savage boy. Not really Peter. So, Gabby, you ask what is accommodation. That is what you're doing. Oh, okay. Okay, I guess. Okay. So remember, accommodation is when you look on something and you change focus to something that's far away. So the eye has to change focus. So that way on the brain answer, you know, how does drugs affect the human? How does alcohol affect the human body's ability to respond to stimuli and maintain homeostasis? Okay. Alcohol offset the brain's ability to operate with precision. This in turn affects the overall function of the body, which reduces the effectiveness of the nerves and thus the ability to respond. Alcohol affects the body ability to respond to stimuli, which will cause the body movement to gradually slow down. Still not get why. How does it? All right, Josh, you could have probably squeezed 2 marks. Yeah, I miss one mark, Josh. Can you not tell me what is alcohol? Alcohol is a depressant. And if I say that, right? So the first thing you need to say why it slow down because alcohol is a depressant. Me not hear why not the answer. So alcohol slows down a person's reaction time to the stimuli because it is a depressant. And you put a full stop. Then I say it destroys or shrink the nerve cells, right? Speeds up loss or destruction of these cells. And then it decreases awareness of the person, cause blurred vision, so the person cannot see objects clearly and respond to them. So it's a depressant, so it make the human, yes, so depressant make the person has less time to respond to stimuli. And therefore, you also state that it destroys or shrink the brain and the nerve cells. So it slows down a person's reaction time to the stimuli because it's a depressant. It destroys the brain and nerve cell, right? Or speeds up loss or destruction of these cells. It decreases awareness of the person, causes blurred vision so that the person cannot see objects clearly to respond to them. So how does it affect homeostasis? So alcohol is a depressant that can cause the ability. Uh, you want to say alcohol slowed down. The depressant means it slowed down. You won't necessarily, well, you don't want to say it slowed down to respond to stimuli. That's really what a depressant is. So a depressant slows down. No, guys, me no want you, me want you get where you say. So a depressant, alcohol slows down a person's reaction time because it is a depressant. That's the reason. It slows down the reaction time to respond to stimuli. So what makes a person don't react to stimuli well is alcohol. Alcohol is a depressant. That's why you're slow to react to stimuli. And then now, on the other hand, it also destroys two things it do. Alcohol is a depressant, so that depressant allow you to respond to stimuli slowly, and on the other hand, it destroys the nerve cell and the brain cell. Right? And that now cause a person to decrease awareness of the person, cause blurred vision, so that the person cannot see objects clearly to respond to them. Homeostasis now is a little bit technical, so when I really expect you to have that, homeostasis is the maintenance of a constant internal environment, right? We know that, we know we're supposed to know that. Um, but now alcohol damage the liver, right? And if alcohol damage the liver, it may lead to an inability of the body to deal with toxins, because we know the liver is the warehouse of the cell of the body. So the liver basically do all of the cleaning up. So if the liver is destroyed by the alcohol, then there's gonna be a lot of toxin in the body, right? And this is gonna cause now the kidney to produce more urine. So that is why, Bree, that happened. But you have to explain all of that, Bree. You have to explain that it is the alcohol that damages the liver, which makes the liver no longer can clean up the toxins, which means that there's an excess in toxin in the body. So then the kidney now have to dilute that toxin. The homeostasis and alcohol. Homeostasis is the maintenance of a constant internal environment. That's what homeostasis is. Alcohol damages the liver, and the liver is responsible for toxin, cleaning up toxins. So when you drink, when you eat all the bad things that cause toxins in the body, the liver the one that have to deal with it, clean it up. So if the liver is damaged, it means that excess toxin is gonna be in the body. So that now are gonna lead to the kidney. Remember we do that, where the kidney now are gonna realize that there is a large amount of toxins or chemical in the body. So it's gonna release water from the nephron, from the convoluted tubules. And then now them they are gonna try to go into the body now to level out back the toxins to try to dilute the toxin. And that in return make you pee a lot because you peeing is a way of getting rid of the toxin. So you urinating is a way of getting rid of the toxin. That makes sense? Slow down. Me not go Bree, remember we were saying today that if your body have too much salt, right, the kidney is going to the kidney, the ADH, the pituitary gland, I gonna tell the ADH to tell the kidney, say yo, let go more water. Because it has to dilute back the salt that is excess salt that is in your body. Remember, we said biology is about balance. Whenever your body is not balanced, something is wrong. So when you have excess of too much, your body try to nullify it. Right? So the same case with this. Alcohol affects homeostasis because alcohol damages the liver. The liver is responsible for cleaning up toxins in the body. If the liver is damaged, it means that the toxins cannot be cleaned up. So there's going to be an excess amount of toxins in the body, right? And then because there's an excess amount of toxins in the body, the kidney is going to be forced to release more water or reabsorb more water, right, in order to dilute the amount of toxins in the body. And then that are going to result in urination. So that's why you're going to urinate a lot. Because your urination are going to try to wash out the toxin from out your body. So the kidney are going to try to do the liver job. You get me now, Bree? And Kish? And KK? Bree, Kish, KK. You get me? KK, you get me? KK, you write it back where you understand. Now I repeat again. Homeostasis is about balance. The body, biology, is about balance. Right? So if, right, there is too excess of too much, there's going to be something which I feel nullified. All right? So if the alcohol damages the liver, then the liver won't be doing its job to get rid of the excess amount of toxins. So hence, the kidney is going to reabsorb the water to move from a place of high concentration to low concentration to get rid of the toxins, and that results in urination. The next reason, guys, is because alcohol is also a suppressant. So it's a depressant and a suppressant. So it suppresses, right? So the alcohol suppresses the production of ADH. So when you drink alcohol, it limits the production of ADH, which is antidiuretic hormone. I will know the antidiuretic hormone responsible for signaling to get more water, right? So if it suppresses the ADH, this will promote dehydration of the cell and cause them to be out of balance. Clear, guys? Clear, clear, clear? All right, next question. We have two more questions left. Two more questions. Two more questions leave, and then you guys can go ahead and finish up your final preparation. Some people got them bed like KK. So, let's do these two questions and then we can focus on the videos and our final preparation. All right. So, name three characteristics which distinguish a biological species and three factors that lead to formation of new species. So three characteristics that distinguish a biological species, right? And three factors that lead to the formation of a new species. So developmental patterns, molecular structure. Okay. What's the main thing? Interbreeding. Like when you talk about species, you can't leave out interbreeding and fertile offspring. Josh is back. Josh is back. Josh is officially back. Yeah, Josh, you're back. So, three factors, three characteristics which distinguish a biological species. So, one of them would be that they are unable to interbreed and produce offspring, right? And then the other one would be the opposite. No, man, I wouldn't have mutation, KK. Remember, in a biological species, right, is like cat and cat, horse cat and horse cat the same. So how you know say a cat is a cat and a dog is a dog? That's what they're asking you. They are saying name three characteristics which distinguish a biological species. So how can you tell species apart, really? What makes a species, I should say. So a species made a species because it can interbreed. But a species also made a species because it cannot breed, it cannot interbreed, right? And produce an offspring unless it's from the same species. So that's two reasons right there. So one reason would be that it's unable to interbreed and produce an offspring unless it's of the same species. No, species, we're telling you what makes a species a species. No, it's not adaptation, guys. Listen. What makes a species is the ability for it to provide, to interbreed and provide a fertile offspring. What makes a cat is that two cats can have sex and have a cat. That is a cat. A cat and a cat cannot have sex and have a dog because cat is one species and dog is one species. So the first reason, right? The first reason, right, is that the cat basically, right, is a cat because it can interbreed, and a cat is a cat because it can interbreed and have fertile offspring. Species also a species because it's unable to interbreed with another species. And everybody get that they share common ancestry and they have similar genes. Everybody get that. So they have similar genes, similar ancestry, right? They are able to interbreed with each other and provide fertile offspring. They are unable to interbreed and provide a fertile offspring with another species. That those are the three reasons. Move on to the factors now. Factors, no, those will not be the factors. The factors would be they're asking the three factors that lead to the formation of a new species. Three factors that lead to the formation of a new species. So they're saying what makes a species, right? And then they're asking, what lead to the formation of a new species. So you say mutation, but those are not really the one that they want. They want like mutation, you can argue it and get it. You can argue it and get it. Yes, all right. Mutation is fine. We can take that. We can take mutation. But interbreeding can't get that. Adaptation, we could have take that. We could have take adaptation and mutation as a factors, KK. But we couldn't take interbreeding. That interbreeding wouldn't form a new species. It wouldn't be interbreeding. No, it's a three factors. It's a name. It's a 6 marks, KK. It says name three characteristics which distinguish a biological species and three factors. So that wouldn't be that. Say you would have been more safe for KK by saying geographical isolation. You don't have to explain that because that's clear. Geographical isolation. If cats live in Jamaica and cats live in America, or let's say cat live in America and cat live in Jamaica, more than likely they won't be interbreeding because they will be occupied, they might go occupy, they might start behave different. They might start develop and adapt and do other things. Right? But that's what I'm saying, KK. Exactly what I'm saying. If you name those three, you don't have you would probably get 5 marks because you'll have to explain how interbreeding will give you a new species. And that's you can't if you put that, that's dead wrong. So you're more better to put things like geographical isolation, behavioral factors that will get a new species. Because if animals are far from each other, right, their behavior patterns will change. So if one animal, animal gives signals when they want to mate. So if one animal used to go cluck, cluck, cluck when he or she wants to have sex, and when the male wants sex, he goes to cluck, cluck, cluck. And then the female will hear cluck, 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 and will say, yeah, man, he want to have sex. But when one start go cluck, 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 and then one start go pew, 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 them all hear pew, 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 and now go understand that. So behavioral difference would better, we know, say, all right, then, that would be a definite factor, right? Then we have genetic engineering and artificial selection interbreeding. Now, if you say artificial interbreeding, now we could get the marks. Because artificial interbreeding is not regular. All right. So it is clear as day here. I give you the definition so you can understand what it is. So without, even though them name, it's good to read to understand what it is. So if them ask you to explain it in the next page, you can do so. Final question, it says the distribution of a variant form of the pepper moth, Biston bitularia, change between pre-industrial and post-industrial Britain. Account for the increase in the number of dark farms in the post-industrial era. So they are saying that the distribution of variant forms of pepper moth, Biston bitularia, change between pre-industrial and post-industrial Britain. Account for the increase in the number of dark farms in the post-industrial era. Who wants that one? Let's go. The pre-industrial era, right? There were one farm. And then them change between, so by the post-farm, post-industrial Britain, there is more dark moth than the ones before. So in pre-industrial, there was a set of moths, right? And by post-industrial, there's a different type of moth emerging. So why is that? Explain that good, bro. Anybody can explain that well. Let's go. Final one for the day, guys. So the smoke produced from the industrial caused the trees to become black. As a result, the pepper moth had to adapt from light to dark moth to be able to camouflage and hide from. Mutation adaptation, the dark farms, okay. Okay. The dark farm could be due to the great industrial change that came from industrialization. So in terms of the environment, things like pollution and smoke and disease would have allowed them to change color. Okay. All right. But like KK answer the best. Because what they are talking about here is natural selection, guys, by Charles Darwin. Right? So natural selection. Right? Remember on my video I spoke about natural selection. So natural selection, guys. So basically, post-industrial, there were white moths. And the white moths basically did around the place. Then no factories start building the suits start farm, right? And then when the suit start to farm, basically over a period of time, the leaves then become black because the suit will change the environment. So when the moths them go anywhere and pitch, the white them will emerge, them couldn't camouflage. So therefore their predators would have an easy time to eat them. Right? So therefore over time, their mutation occur and there was a change, right? Because now the dark moth had a selective advantage. Remember those terms? Selective advantage, selective disadvantage. Remember these terms, right? So now the black moth will be at a selective advantage, right? And then now they would pass on the selective advantage, they'll pass on those traits by generation and generation. So eventually you will have a decrease in white moths sorry, they have a decrease in white mats and an increase in black mats in order to survive. So remember, guys, natural selection by Charles Darwin speaks about adaptation and the fittest are the fittest. The survival of the fittest are the fittest. So Charles Darwin theory talks about how one adapt to survive. That is where the fittest are the fittest come in. Right? So we all adapt. Lizard adapt. When the lizard in your house, them turn brown. Because when they are brown, they're at a selective advantage. Right? When lizard outside and them green. So when lizard outside and brown, they're at a selective disadvantage because the predators can see them brown against the leaf. But when they are green like the leaf, they're at a selective advantage. Right? The animals adapt over time. Even human beings adapt with natural selection. Because back then, when probably your great grandparents were around, nobody never used to have grill upon them house. They used to be about without grill. Gate, if you got your grandmother, if you got your great grandmother house or your grandmother house, depending on how old you are, you can step over the gate. Because nobody never kill nobody and nobody never rob nobody. But over time, human beings became their own predators. So the human had to adapt by putting on grill upon them house, lock upon them door, alarm upon them car, to ensure that the assets are protected. So human beings adapt, animal adapt just the same. Tree monkeys, another example. Tree monkey never used to live on tree. They used to live on ground, but snake and them things used to eat them. So tree monkey say, yo, all right then, we're gonna start living on the tree. Now, of course, some never work out for some, but some adapted well, and then they started to change their features to adapt to the tree. So therefore, that trait passed on from generation to generation because it is called a select. Those traits are just they put the animals at a selective advantage. All right. So that's natural selection in a nutshell, and that's us for a nutshell. So it's 5:36 now in Guyana and Trinidad. It's 4:36 in Jamaica. So it's time for you guys now to go to your notes and tie up where you need to tie up and swat with diagram there you need to swat. And remember, guys, my final piece of advice to you here is to read the question properly, interpret it properly. Don't just answer. Look on the context of which you're asking for. Use the question to answer your question. All right. Make sure, say, if you know about the I, you use common sense where you will know the knowledge where you will know and answer the question, right? If them ask you about heterozygous and whatever, you use the knowledge you know and manage the thing. All I want to can manage the thing, all right? You can do the work, guys. You don't just need to do the work. No, do the work, do the work, do the work. All right, do the work. Remember, there's meiosis video versus mitosis. There is a video and diagrams that make you that got you all the diagrams you need to know, guys. So please go through the paper, the videos on YouTube. I beg you, go through the video them on YouTube, right? Because they will help you, all right? They will help you, they will help you, they will help you. All right. I'll send this paper, and because you all are so nice, I probably should have found a WhatsApp group on a separate, because there are some people will disappear. So I should not send them all a paper. What I think? If I bust the whole group, I just bust one. What I think? Bust the whole group or bust one? Bust the whole group? So bust the whole group? We have us the whole group. Everybody need it. We have us the whole group, right? So so remember guys, you can do it. Just remember everything we'll go through and do the work. You have to put in the work. Right, put in the work. Remember, guys, please go through the topics that you must cover. You must. Yeah, all right, with genetics already. For those who are not okay with genetics, you can please go and look at the video. For those who good on genetics, please go through the diagrams. You must go through your sense organ diagrams. You please must go through your system diagrams. Please know your functions, right? You see all the questions are based on the past paper asks you, right? Somebody have to use your common sense. Read, guys. Read. Read. Use your concise. Read. 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 Even if you do your past paper and you see a question where you're not sure about, look fit in your book and read the whole chapter. Any past paper question where you see, look for the question challenger. I went not challenger. Let's skim through the whole chapter. Put in the work tonight. Put in the work. 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 All right. So with that said, guys, we're gonna sign out. Everybody here is in the group. So I want to give everybody a fair shot. So I think I'm going to send the group. Yes, Anifa. Yes, my video is really good for you, man. So we put it in. We make sure say everybody understand. What Christian see? What's Christian see? There's a Christian see? Oh well, we not have Christian see. Oh yeah. There's Christian see for true. For true. Oh, me I go sign out and question 3. Question 3, guys. Thanks. Be sure things I ask question that you know. Yes, KK. Yeah, man, help everybody, you know. See, question C say use the theory of natural selection to explain antibiotic resistance. I think we answer that already still. That somebody asked a question there today. So anyway, take it on, because me the answer it already. How does the theory of natural selection to explain antibiotic resistance? Yeah, man, I know me answer it, but I want somebody else answer it. Yeah, I know me answer it, man. But still tell me the answer we have. Some people here probably don't know. Or probably never there here when me the answer it. So still answer it, man. Right, so I said something that with the continued use of antibiotics, for example, Panadol, we eventually gain resistance to the and Yeah, but I want it more scientific, you know, a little bit more sauce. A bit more sauce, boy. Give it more stats, boy. Don't have a sign out at, man. This is the last question. Let's sign out at. Sign out at. Nobody? I want to write one long paragraph. Come on, sign it out. Sign it out well, guys. Sign it out well. Sign it out well. Sign it out well. Let's go. No, me I wait and see. Me I wait and use the theory of natural selection to explain antibiotic resistance. Me miss a question, so me I wait for that answer. Use the theory of natural selection to explain antibiotic resistance. Okay, so natural selection enables organisms, specifically bacteria, to eventually develop a resistance to antibiotic. The overuse of antibiotic allow the bacteria to remember. All right, I remember say I use memory cell in bracket, right? So you want a little sauce to it? We call me anything with sauce, you know. Say sauce. Sauce! Ready with the sauce. Watch out now. So organisms, right, that are well adapted or have characteristics that help them to survive. So first of all, we have to define natural selection, right? Because we can't see not the theory of natural selection there and just ignore it, right? So we have to define natural selection before we start talking about bacteria and everything there. So it's a uh, natural selection or the theory of natural selection, if you want extra sauce, was proposed by Charles Darwin, right? Then you say this depicts, Charles Darwin states that natural selection is when organisms that are well adapted or have characteristics, are suitable characteristics to help them to survive in their environment, and they will survive, right? So it's organisms that are well adapted or have characteristics that help them to survive in their environment will survive. So if they have suitable characteristics to survive in the environment, they will survive. Or you put in bracket, be selected, right? To pass on their characteristics to their offspring. They then say similarly, can you link them now? Similarly, some bacteria in the population have already have resistance to antibiotics as a result of mutation, while some do not, as there is a variation in the population. So basically, I say some bacteria have resistance and some don't. The less resistant, right, is the susceptible, you put in bracket. Ones are killed on exposure to the antibiotic. So the less resistant, the one is less resistant will be killed on exposure to antibiotic, while the resistant ones will survive. The survivors will produce and pass on the resistant gene to their offspring. Their survivors, the survivors will multiply rapidly because of reduced competition from the non-resistant farm. Now remember, if some of them dead out, right, and more food that if you want them to survive. So that means they're going to reproduce faster, right? And eventually most of the survivor will be the one that are resistant to the antibiotic. Make sense? That have extra sauce, eh? Whole heap of extra sauce. All right, guys. So that's basically it. I'm going to send the videos for those who don't as yet. Ensure that you go on, um, read up, listen. For those who don't like to read, you go ahead and listen. Listen for free, right? Exam predictions. You have that down. Oh man, head can't hurt you, man. You're good right now. Make. Sorry for your kids them when they on the life. Eh? I feel them if you hurt them right now, cause them should have their ears, so you the ears, so you're good. You're good. You're there, so. Yeah, somebody explain to you thoroughly. Then you have video for supplement. You're good, KK. You're good. I'm buying better than you right now. I have a whole diagram crash video. And the first video that ever make on YouTube, you know. There's no other diagram crash video right now. Absolutely none. So you have one for yourself. You three link them. There. I'm gonna send back the WhatsApp group link. Alright, so I wanna make sure say everybody is in the WhatsApp group and nobody not get left. For me dash out the paper them later on. As soon as me go eat some dinner. You know say you would say I'm hungry. So if you're tired, just take a 15-minute rest. Just pay me with the one, KK. Pay me with the one. Subscribe and like the video, them are good. Very good, man. Alright, so have a blessed one, guys. Let me know how the exam go tomorrow. Flood the group. Let me know it go. And just do your best. Just focus your best. Put in the best preparation, guys. Just bend your mind tonight. Take an hour after this. Bend your mind. Right? Take an hour. Listen to some video. Because video not as bad as book, you know. So you can listen to the video them, right? And do something fun. Clear your mind, come back and work. And not no sweet after you get the one. You got the whole summer. For vibes. So just do the work now, guys. Do the work and not feel good like when you get a good passing grade and you can have fun knowing say you do the work. Alright, guys. So all the best. Any questions on any past paper where you want answer to, or any clarification you want, you can link me on WhatsApp. If me the answer straight away, me I go answer eventually before the exam. All right, so one love, guys. Blessings. May I leave you some love. Aisha, there, Aisha gone. Aisha, one Trinidad talk before we go. Just one Trinidad slang. I could start with Trinidad slang. Somebody if Trinidad, give me one Trinidad slang when we go. One Trinidad slang, please. I'm gonna go. I'm feel Trinidadian. I feel Trinidadian I come. We need one more bite before we cut. One more bite. No bite. Aisha gone. Aisha left my boy. Aisha left me stranded. Aisha left me stranded, boy. Yeah, man. Bless up, guys. Bless up. And you know you can, well, 3 hour long this, you know, so why can't go back through, you know, but bye. I'm fine, get a bye. 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 Bye, yeah, bye. All right, guys, bless up. All right, I'm on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. Now tired. Me on Facebook, you know, but I'm not too active on it. But we're there on WhatsApp. So anything you can talk with Instagram, or you can just watch the video them where you want to watch. Alright. So we are signing out with one bye. Bye bye. Aisha said bye yay. We are signing out to the bye. This is the bye group. Trader don't win. That one you don't win. Bye yay. Alright guys. What's up? Alright. All the best, guys. All the best. All the best. All the best.